How's it going, everybody? So today I want to share a story of a leadership failure on my part. Ooh, these are never fun. But I think it's important for me to kind of share some of my stories and my failures with all of you, and in the hopes that maybe it can help you avoid these types of situations in the future. So we have a member of our IT team. He's our service desk supervisor. Just an incredible guy. He's been with us for, oh man, close to a few years now that I think about it. Maybe not quite, but pretty close. And he's just an absolute rock star. There's a running joke that he's kind of the stallion of our IT team. It's kind of a callback to that HBO show, Silicon Valley. So quite comical. In any event, I think it's important to maintain relationships and communication with every single person on your team, all the way up and down the chain. As leaders, we have a tendency to be focused primarily on our direct reports instead of everyone in the team. It's easy to lose sight, especially as teams grow and get larger, or priorities shift and change. So I had a conversation with this person. We were interviewing for another IT support person on our team. And after the interviews, he and I had a virtual call, and we started talking through my thoughts and his thoughts on the candidates. And halfway through the call, I realized that I hadn't really had very many conversations with this guy. It had been a while. And so I kind of pivoted a little bit in the conversation and just kind of started asking him about himself. Hey, how are things going? How's the family? Tell me a little bit about your background. I'm embarrassed to say I don't really know. And I thought it was a pretty good conversation. I could tell he was a little bit maybe nervous or questioning, well, wait, what's this all about? So in any event, we kind of wrapped up the conversation. Well, come to find out, I had made him extremely nervous and extremely uncomfortable. From his perspective, he was asking, hey, wait, why is my boss's boss asking me all these questions? Does he doubt my ability? Do I need to worry about my job? And once I kind of came to this realization, it just crushed me. I really struggled with it. So what we ended up doing is setting up a group call with him, our IT director, and myself, and just kind of talking through clearing the air, making sure we're all on the same page, and letting him know that was my very poor attempt of trying to build a relationship and strengthen our relationship and just learn a little bit more about him. Now, in the end, everything ended up being okay, ended up working out. But the moral of the story is you have to focus on everyone on your team. You can't just focus on your direct reports. You have to take the time, reach out to all of those people on your team, share your thoughts, ask for their guidance, ask for their feedback, especially when you consider a lot of times these people are on the front line and they see what's really happening and they have a different perspective. For me, I always appreciate getting perspective and feedback from everyone on the team because it helps me to paint a more holistic picture of what's actually going on. If you begin to isolate yourself as a leader and create a moat around you where only your 4 or 5 or however many direct reports you have access to you, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because at some point, those people that you have surrounded yourself with may not always share the entire story. They may start to only share the good things or the positive side of things. Especially if things are going really bad, they might not want the big boss to know what's really going on. That can be tough. In any event, the purpose of this video is really to focus on making sure you take the time to build relationships and truly understand how everyone is doing on your team, what drives them, what motivates them. You're going to learn a lot in the process, and you're going to help build trust and confidence with them, and they're going to feel appreciated, especially if you're genuinely soliciting feedback. So again, I know this can be challenging as teams grow and businesses grow, but as the leader, you are there to be a force multiplier for everyone on your team. So your role is no longer a doer. Your role is ensuring that every single person on your team is as successful and productive as possible. That's really it. Tough lesson to learn. In the end, ended up working out okay. I have committed to myself that I will be reaching out and making more of a concerted effort to have those relationships, have those conversations with people on a more regular basis. I highly, highly encourage that you do the same. All right, that's it for today. You guys have a good one. Thank you.